no, if you just try to be slimy and yuck, no one's actually going to respond to that anymore. Next one. Can you provide tips for writing compelling song lyrics? Yes, I can. So, first of all, song lyrics. This is going to be the subject of the next masterclass that I put out. And by next masterclass, you don't actually have access to any of the masterclasses right now, but they're coming. So, compelling lyrics. I think you need to start with like a little, what copywriters call it, is a swipe file. So what they'll do is they'll copy and paste all good like sales copy, and they'll just put it into one big folder on their laptop. And then, if they want to base something on one of those things, they'll just open up this folder. They'll say, I really need to sell XYZ thing. And then they will just open up this folder. They'll go, right, take notes. I'm just going to recreate this, and they're going to swipe the general ideas and the concept and the gist of it from said swipe file. So how you can take that is you're going to get a lyrical swipe file. So you're just going to find your favorite songs with the best lyrics. Country and Western songs usually have a lot of dependence on the lyrics. So you might want to start there, because musically there's usually not that much going on, so they kind of have to fall back on the lyrics. Especially old country and Western, that's kind of a really strong starting point, and folk music also do this a lot. So you can really fall back on the lyrics. So you're just going to make a swipe file of the best, either full songs or just like little parts of songs. And one thing that you'll probably notice throughout this whole process is that there's a lot of emphasis on metaphor and simile, mostly metaphor though. So like, you take your top 100 greatest lyrics of all time, and probably 70 or 80 of them will just be straight up metaphors. Like you've got, say, Candle in the Wind. It is a overused example, but we're going to take it one more time. She lived her life like a candle in the wind, never knowing what to do when the rain set in. Now, that is a straight up simile. But never knowing what to do when the rain set in is a metaphor. You get 2 for the price of 1. So when he says never knowing what to do when the rain set in, he's not actually talking about, it starts raining outside and this girl is like, it's raining, I don't know what to do. Right? And you understand that intuitively. Right? He's talking about her living her life totally directionless, and then anything goes wrong and she's just like totally gone, right? He's not talking about the actual rain, but it's a really nice, powerful metaphor. There's another one from a songwriting thing that I did recently, and I can't remember it exactly, but it was to the effect of there was a alcoholic guy who was drinking whiskey to sort of drown out his sorrows and get away from his like wife and such. And I can't remember the whole chorus, but the end point was, the bottle's almost empty, so am I. And it's like, it's good. That's a nice metaphor, because like, drink out the bottle, and then when the bottle's done, so are you. Great, beautiful metaphor. You want to always aim for metaphor. That's how you write, what was the exact word? Compelling song lyrics. That's how you write emotive song lyrics, but I think they're kind of in the same ballpark there. So if you want your compelling song lyrics, you're just going to need a lot of metaphors, and you're just going to want to list them out, and you're just going to save them for later reference, right? So step 1, I would start with, okay, I'm going to write a list of people. Dung, 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 dung. Right, so you're going to have my wife, husband, kid, dog, friend, high school bully, right? You're just going to have this huge list of people. Right, then, next page, line break, you're going to write out a huge list of emotive things, right? Candles are emotive. Candles in the wind, beautifully emotive, right? Like empty whiskey bottles, that's quite emotive as well. You just take all of these emotive objects that are really visually appealing, but also like have this sort of backstory and sentiment behind them. Then once you've got all of that sorted out, you're finally going to decide what happens to these objects, right? So you might say the rain comes. You're not actually talking about the rain. Or you might say, they start rolling down the hill. They're not actually rolling down the hill, right? All of that kind of thing. And eventually you're just going to go to a song one day, and it's going to be an angry song, and you're going to say, oh, my high school bully is like a dog without a tail. When the mud, when the rain comes and the mud falls, whatever, right? You're just going to do a whole bunch of that, and you're going to take from these swipe files, and you're just going to do it again and again and again, and eventually you just get better at it. But once again, masterclass coming soon to Breakthrough Artist Accelerator once that's the thing. Hang tight, it's on its way. Next